Hey y'all, Dilkram here from Quality Beast, and I'm very excited to give you a Seize the Bean update. We're here at the UK Games Expo, and while we don't have an updated prototype, we have some pretty exciting manufacturer samples that I want to show you. So, let's start over here. First of all, we have the QB Meeples, the regular classic version, OG version, as well as the Barista version, looking super cute. And we have the Barista Meeples as well. These are looking really good too. Maybe they need to improve a little bit in size, and maybe there need to be some color tweaks, but we're loving those. Now, this is one of the first player tokens, and the weight and the size of it, I'm very happy with. I think these are pretty rad. Obviously, these are the first draft, first round samples from a manufacturer. We're working with Panda, so they are known in the industry for high quality. So our understanding is that these first round samples are intended to show material and size, shape, but of course they're made very quickly so that we can move fast in the process, and that means that the work is not polished yet. So we're waiting to see what this will look like with final painting. Maybe if we can, squeeze in a little bit, Seize the Bean branding on it. We'll see what Mario wants to do as far as art direction. Now these are the beans. These are pretty much almost there. These are looking very, very good. Cool detail, some nice shading, a little bit smaller than our prototype beans. And in order for the scoop distribution to work, and also just for it to feel right, we're probably going to ask these to be bigger because our 3D printed beans are actually based on a real bean size from Concierge Coffee. The sugar cubes need some work. So we're definitely talking and working with Panda now about the improvements. As you may know, our 3D printed sugar cubes are extremely real. These are about the size that we would want, maybe a little bit bigger, but the texture needs to improve. It needs to be more realistic. They have a little bit too much weight to them, so we're definitely going to change the material there, and try, if we can, to go for something a little bit less stark white, something a little bit more like the sugar we expect in real life. Now we start jumping over to some really exciting stuff. This is half of the snack pack. So here we have the Mocha pot, which is the high quality coffee. I really love this, the shape, the size, the rough draft amount of detail is really good. My understanding is that Panda does the Stonemaier treasure chest, so my understanding is that the final quality, the final shading will be more polished than this, but I already really love these. These are really beautiful, they're really fun. Then you have, of course, the strong coffee, which I feel the same way about. I think maybe the bag could have a little bit more organic look, but these are pretty sweet, and you can see a little bit rush paint job, but these are rad. The pie is pretty spot on. We'll have to see if Mario has some comments on the detail, but the pie, the size, the shape, the coloring is pretty good, so these are right there. We don't have the croissants or the soybeans or the donuts. We got samples, but we're giving some feedback on that, and we'll show you once we get there. So we also have an early version of the bag. Now, a lot of people have been giving the bag some good compliments, so that's good. I have very high expectations for the game's quality, so I actually want to see the bag have a little more body to it, so that it just sits a little better on its own, feels a little firmer. The print's okay, but I'd like to see the print improve a little bit. And of course, this is a sample without the strap, without the drawstring. So we'd like to see a drawstring sewn into the bag, so you can pull it tight, so you can travel with that. Now, Sam Zhao from Kakapopo TCG is a different manufacturer, also is here at the UK Games Expo, and brought us an updated sample of the deck box. Now this is not the Seize the Bean art, this is Sam's own art from his Kickstarter, but there's an update. Not only is this black, because you can choose black or white, once you open it, which you might remember, there's also a top compartment now, where you can put in meeples or dice or whatever you want. Well, obviously if Seize the Bean, there's no dice, but really sweet. I am extremely happy with the sample quality, with the mechanism, closing and opening mechanism of this box. I say as I can't close it correctly. These are pretty sweet. So Mario's almost done with the art now. We're really excited to show. This box, as well as the plushie, are done by different manufacturers. So we will have these, if everything goes well, at Spiel. We probably will not be having Seize the Bean at Spiel, and by the time you've seen this video, we'll have a Kickstarter update out. We'll explain the new production timeline. So in that update, you'll see these samples, you'll see some in-depth feedback, what we're going to do to change them. You'll also hear about the production timeline, Art is a little bit slower than we expected, but at Quality Beast, our second value is quality, so we are not going to rush. We are going to make sure that every card gets the love that it needs to get. So by the time this video drops, you should have a detailed production update in the Kickstarter update. And as well, in that same update, we're going to talk about the Pledge Manager. We know people are eagerly waiting for the Pledge Manager to open. We were waiting for confirmation from retailers for store pickups, and we were also waiting for the playmat, which is the last sample I have to show you here. Now, the quality of this playmat, we really like. The print quality is great. It feels really good. It rolls up nicely. It maybe moves too much. So we're gonna see if Panda can put a backing on it. If they can't, we think we're gonna switch to a really thin neoprene playmat. And we hope that we don't need to change the price. From the quote that we got, we shouldn't have to change the price. So that was the second thing we were waiting to lock down before we open the Pledge Manager. But in the update, what we're gonna do is set a deadline, set a date, and if we don't hear back from retailers and we don't make a final decision about the playmat, we're still gonna open the Pledge Manager and we'll roll with what we get. That way you don't have to wait to add on all these cool things. So thanks for going through this update with me. If you haven't checked out the new rulebook or the new print and play or the new Tabletop Simulator mod, please do. We're very pleased with the current state of the game and we have more updates to deliver soon. So thanks for tuning in. It's Dilkram from Quality Beast. I'm out, y'all.